Hi guys, this is Lucky with Lucky Sevens Tarot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the biggest challenge that you're facing and how to work through it. This is going to be for all zodiac signs from Aries all the way through Pisces. These are going to be hopefully quicker messages. I will post the zodiac sign that I'm currently on the banner down below. If you would like something personal just for you, you can visit the website lucky7tarot.com, or you can join us on Patreon to have access to the karma cards and all the other exclusive content that I post there. Please remember that these messages are general. Not every message will resonate with you. That's fine. Only take what resonates for you and your specific situation. I do encourage you to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign videos for a more complete message, or get a personal reading. All right. Remember that the roles can be reversed. All right. And I may be explaining something as if it's happening in a romantic context, and maybe for you it's playing out in another area of your life, in a friendship, family relationship, something like that. So thank you all for being here. Please hit the like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when I go live and when I post new videos and channel messages, etc., etc. All right, guys. Hi, Alessandra, Jen, Bupe. How are you? Okay. Bupe said you're spoiling us as of late. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to keep up. All right, guys. We're going to start off with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aries. What is the biggest challenge that my Aries subscribers are facing? What is the biggest challenge that my Aries subscribers are facing? Aries, I think you feel very unappreciated. I also feel like some of you are going through some kind of depression or sadness, or there's something that maybe you feel like lonely about. There may also be something here where you are feeling stuck. And that seems to be the biggest challenge. I do feel like you have the ability, you have the Four of Cups, the Hermit, and the Devil as far as your biggest challenge, right? Some of you could be Capricorn or Virgo. You also have Gemini here that could be challenging you as well. But I think you have the ability to, or the resources to overcome this challenge. Okay. If you are going through some kind of depression or sadness of any kind, um, let me see. I want to clarify these messages for you. Tell me more about this Four of Cups energy for Aries. Yeah, I think Four of Cups, Seven of Wands. I'm definitely getting like some of you are ready to move on from something. I think you feel a little bitterness. I think you feel a little bitterness, or you feel like you have to protect yourself, potentially from some sort of betrayal, or I don't know. There's definitely this energy of feeling like you have to move on from something. Why the Hermit? Four of Swords. It's almost as if some of you, this could be someone that's being nonchalant with you in some way, or that has like emotionally shut down, or you've done this with someone. Um, and maybe it's happened unexpectedly or all of a sudden, or there could be some sort of a drama associated with this. Rosa said, I listened to you all your reads. Yeah, everything you predicted last year came true. Thank you so much. I appreciate the confirmation. So freaking accurate. Thank you so much. Um, hopefully there were good things that came true and not some of the, but why the devil? Listen, I think you're disappointed. 5 of Cups, you may be disappointed that you wanted something to go the distance and maybe it hasn't. Um, or you wanted something to last a while and it hasn't, or it's not stable in some type of way. I feel like you put a lot of work into this, and it's requiring a lot of work from you to overcome it, Aries. I think this is going to benefit you in some way financially. Okay. Um, I also am getting for some of you, and this is not going to be for everyone, some of you, your biggest challenge is that you are addicted to financial security. You're addicted to money. But money is not bringing, money only brings a certain type of happiness into your life. Yes, it is beneficial. Everybody needs money to survive, right? Um, but for those of you that this is resonating with, I think that you may be realizing that money is not everything, you know. So but I'm strongly getting that for most of you, you're gonna financially benefit from something, or you've been maybe even having to wait on some sort of financial benefit to come to you. And maybe you feel lonely. You feel a lot of you are trying to like protect your own energy, um, because you feel unappreciated. Okay. What is, how does Aries get past this? For those Aries that this is resonating with, how do they get past this? Move past this in a good way. You have to, I feel like, first of all, you have to continue to do the work to lay a strong foundation for yourself and make some really decisive decisions. Yeah, it's telling you to continue because you got the 2 of Pentacles here, bottom of the deck, you got the 8 of Pentacles. It's like you have to decide what you're putting your effort into, okay? And you have to be fully committed to that and understand that it's not going to happen quickly. It has to be, anything worth having is worth working for. And so you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to put the hard work in. Some of you, there may also be some very honest discussions that you need to have with someone. And this may be something where you need to go at it alone. You need to, you know, communicate and be able to move on, maybe even in isolation, and focus more on your financial security. I do think if you are struggling with something that feels like, it's not happening quick enough for you, or you feel stuck financially, the money is coming, the financial benefit is coming. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of you, there's a brand new opportunity coming in, a new beginning. It's going to be something that you have to make a choice about, and you have to pursue it, and you have to be patient. And I know patience is not a big virtue for Aries. So that may be an issue for you, that is not maybe moving as quickly as you want to, this new beginning, but it is happening. Okay. It is happening. I think a lot of you, especially if you're having financial difficulty, I'm seeing, I feel like that's not going to be happening for long. Okay. Those of you that this is affecting you on a relationship level, I do think that there is something about you um, needing to move on from something mentally, physically, emotionally, I don't know, and get decisive. Some of you have been really hurt in the past, um, and just haven't, like, even though you may want something to manifest for you, maybe it hasn't, and it's difficult to move on from the hurt that you feel. And I think you have a guard up. I think you are trying to protect your energy. But I feel like happier days are coming, and how you work through this is continuing to put the work in and the effort to become the very best version of yourself. You taking your power back and pursuing something new, new beginnings that have stability, right? Um, for sure. But I do think that for some of you, there is some hurt. There is some um, something that you're being forced to, one, make a choice, and two, I think you're being forced to, like, put in the position. By forced, I mean like being put in this position to have to do these things, but like to have to, like, pull your energy back, to have to do some deep soul searching, and make choices about what you want. And I think you are deciding that you want a new beginning, that you want to go in a new direction. And this is going to require a risk of you. It's gonna be a risk, but I think it's gonna be worth it though. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be worth the risk. So that looks like your biggest challenge to me. Hopefully, you guys are able to heed the advice and able to navigate that in a better way. All right. That this reading is helpful for you. Thank you again for the kind words, Rosa. I really appreciate it. Hi, Miss Shani. How are you, lady? I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Um, Chris, Casey, how are you guys? Diana. Okay, Taurus. Let's see what your biggest challenge is, and then the biggest challenge you're facing, Taurus, and then we'll talk about the advice of how to get through it. Okay. What does Taurus need to know about the biggest challenge they are facing? Thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. It is the easiest way to support this channel. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can you tell me what the biggest challenge is for Taurus? Four of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you are trying to hold on to something you should be walking away from, or you should be letting go of. Look at that, Eight of Cups and the Two of Wands. It's like you're undecided as to whether or not letting go or walking away from this person or this situation is the right thing to do. And maybe starting new or pursuing some sort of new venture is a little scary. It's a little frightening, you know, or it's bringing up some type of anxiety for you. Let's see. Clarify these messages for Taurus as far as their biggest challenge that they're facing. Six of Pentacles. I really am getting like, okay, so for a lot of you, you've put a lot of effort into something and you're trying to continue to hold on and like, because you've done the work, right? But I think you're being taken down a new journey, a new path, going in a different direction that may require you to make some kind of sacrifice, to walk away from something. And maybe that's a little scary, to let go of something and to make a decision to walk away. But I think it also brings up significant happiness, significant changes for you. to release something, let it go. But it's like the fear of like the unknown. If I make a sacrifice, um, then what? If I go down this new path, then what? And it's like letting go of the past, Six of Cups in reverse, you know, not allowing the past to affect this brand new beginning. Um, some of you, this is like good. You may not even realize it for real, but I think you're getting some kind of good karma from letting go of the past, or even like holding on to the past. I think that there's some kind of good karma here that's happening for you, Taurus, that's leading you towards this brand new beginning that brings a lot of happiness into your life. Some of you have to, there may have been some past things that need, you know, I's that need dotted, T's that need crossed from the past so that you can walk away from that and start fresh completely. Okay. Give me one more for this Ace of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Listen. Listen to me. All right. Listen to me when I tell you, Taurus. I think one of the biggest things for you guys is maybe it's a little scary to start this new thing, or for some of you, it's financial. For others, maybe it just benefits you in a financial way, but I promise you it's worth the effort. It's like worth it to let go of whatever it was you were that wasn't working before and start fresh down this new path that has more stability, and like pursue that because that's where your real happiness is. Some of you, this is where you're like uncovering the truth. You are um this is like a new opportunity for complete growth for you, and I love this for y'all. This is where things start to change better, for the better. What is How do they work through this? You got to be strong enough to let go of something. You got to be strong enough to know when to say when on something and to move on, is what it's saying. You got to decide. You got to decide, do you want it bad enough? And I think for whatever reason, like, do you want the change bad enough? And maybe there's something here about needing to take it slowly. Hold on one second, guys. I'm sorry. I have to take this call. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Okay. Let's see. Why the Ace of Wands in reverse? I think okay. For a lot of you, there is really something I think that it's hard to let go of. It's hard to give up on. I'm not sure why it's difficult. Maybe if it's a relationship, it feels like it's because you don't want to be alone. If it's not a relationship per se, and it's like something you were just passionate about or whatever, there is some sort of difficulty in being able to move on from it. But I feel like you being able to move on from it is also like you find a bigger blessing doing that. What are the two wands? Yeah, I think you got to make a choice. And I think you're not it may be something like you've been being patient about, and I feel like this is something that ultimately does end up working out for you. Um if you kind of put one foot in front of the other and protect your energy and make this choice. For some of y'all, there may even be like an opportunity. If this is relationship related in any kind of way, I think this is going to be something that's very healing for you, and you need to take it very slow. Um, and weigh your options, but the right thing is gonna come in. Some of y'all, there's like opportunity coming towards you to like have the family life that you want. It just requires you to sacrifice the life you had. Um, to fully invest in this 10 of cups. So like what I see is like your outcome, be patient, but this is like the happy family life, you know good resources coming in from this, um or good opportunities come in from sacrificing and walking away from an old way of living, an old lifestyle that you once had that maybe you put a lot more effort into and you really needed to be honest, from what I could see. All right. Let's talk about Gemini. Gemini is sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Gemini, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is Gemini's biggest challenge? Thank you so much, Enigmatic. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. What is the biggest challenge Gemini is facing, and what is the best way for them to work through it? Something is happening slowly for you. Some of you, this is like you want things to move forward very quickly, and maybe it's not. Some of you, there's some healing that has to happen. I think you're also trying to attain some sort of financial security, and you're not seeing it um, clearly. A lot of you also may be very focused on the past, and it may be difficult for you to control your emotions in some type of way based on the past. If you're having a lot of nostalgia, there could be some past things coming up for you. Five of Temperance. Some of you, there's either some hurt that you feel or that you caused in some type of way. I don't know if this is guilt or if this is like you feeling like you have to protect your own energy and you don't want any sort of drama. I also think there's something about home and family, meeting an equal or having like an equal partner that could be the one of the biggest challenges you're facing. Some of you, this is just like facing a challenge within your family life, like trying to get everybody on the same page, that sort of thing. Um, I think you're definitely doing a lot of thinking about the past, nostalgia, that sort of thing, and you have an opportunity to start fresh, start something new with this Ace of Pentacles energy here. I don't know if it's because you don't want to repeat the past. Um, but there is an opportunity coming in that's very stable and strong. But I think it's something you're taking very slowly. Thank you so much, Bupe. She said you are a good reader, very intuitive. Thank you so much. What is the how does Gemini work through this? Be honest about your feelings, Gemini. I feel like some of you are either afraid of being hurt or you are hurt. And it's like you need to be very clear, very honest about your feelings. I think this is telling you, listen, invest in the new, invest your energy in the new. Because I think that there's something new here that has a lot of potential for long-term growth and you getting everything that you want. Okay. And it is saying give up something that's not working. Stop putting in effort and energy into things that are not working. They're not coming together. You know they're not coming together. And it requires you to walk away. It requires you to make the sacrifice to let that shit go. Why the Page of Cups? Yeah. You got to focus. Use your energy, your effort to focus on things that have solid ground. Some of you have been juggling. You may not juggling with a choice or a decision in some type of way. Some of you, I think there's been like a lot on your mind and maybe you felt like you've had to do certain things on your own. I feel like a lot of you are also going through some sort of spiritual change as well. Maybe even some sort of depression or sadness in some kind of way. But the truth of the matter is that once you make a choice to stop letting fear hold you back, once you make a choice to recognize that there's something here that's not growing, is not working for you, it has served its purpose in your life, new things, new opportunities with stability come towards you. Some of you, this is like commitments, relationships. Some of you are also needing to invest more in your own spirituality, whether that's going to church or whether that's you getting closer to your spirit guides. But those are the things that help you to work through this. Beautiful energy. I love it. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What is the biggest challenge when it comes to Cancer signs? And what is the best way for them to work through it? What is the biggest challenge for Cancer signs? And what's the best way to work through it? Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button for me. I appreciate you so much. the easiest way to support this channel and just let me know that you enjoy this type of reading so that I continue to do them. Because this is a newer reading. I've never done this one before. So let me know in the comments if you like it or not. Your biggest challenge, Cancer. Some of you feel unappreciated. And you may not recognize that this is a part of some sort of manifestation for you, that you have tools available. I do think that you are able to see a new beginning. You want some kind of new beginning. Some of you, this is a new beginning as far as healing is concerned. But maybe you're slow to make some sort of decision because you're thinking about the consequences. And I feel like you're trying to protect yourself, right? So sometimes when we try to protect our energy, I think you've got like a lot of weight on your shoulders. I think you have a lot of responsibility that you're taking on or what have you. And I feel like in some way that's difficult for you. But I think that what you don't see, because some of you do feel unappreciated, I think what you don't see is that your hard work will pay off for you. Don't allow yourself to become bitter. I think a lot of you have gone through something in the past that's causing you to overthink things, overthink what's happening for you or what's happening around you. I feel like you've been in a place where maybe you've been hurt, things have been rough, and you've been trying to protect yourself and trying to like hold things together. But I feel like your time is coming where you're about to start seeing some better results. Tell me, how does Cancer work through this? Some of you are going to have to ask for help from others. There may even be, certain people. You're going to, one, need to trust your intuition, but also you may have to ask for help from others or clear the air with other people. And you're going to need to be patient. A lot of you are going to feel like your effort and all the work that you've done is for nothing, or you've been feeling this way, like the work and effort that you're putting in is not seen properly, what have you. But I'm strongly getting that it will be, you're going to be recognized for something, but a lot of you have to deal with your emotional state and well-being. There may be something here you're trying to like hide some sort of depression or sadness, or you have been, and it's telling you like, okay, you're going to go through something and you're going to need to be patient with gaining balance and healing from this situation. And as much as you may feel like something was lost or have some sort of regret, no longer putting in effort into something brings about something new. There's a brand new beginning, but it does require sacrifice. It requires you to walk away. It requires you to set up healthy boundaries for yourself and to move on. So I like that for y'all. I think that's it does seem to be like a good thing. It just may not be an easy thing, right? It may not be easy to walk away from either certain habits or certain relationships or certain, things that of the way that things used to be or the way that you wanted them to be, right? So, let's see. Houses said I'm very upset. Cancer, Moon, Leo, Sun. I'm a Cancer moon too. All right, Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Let's see what your biggest challenge is, Leo, and see what is the universe saying is the best way for you to work through it. What's the biggest challenge for Leo? And thank you guys for liking the video and being here with me. Your biggest challenge, the Empress. Some of you, your biggest challenge is being a parent, putting effort into your own parenting or parenting another. Some of you, this could also be a relationship with someone you're very attracted to. You have the Ace of Cups also being a challenge. Some of you, this is like a relationship. I don't know if it's a new relationship or it's a relationship to a parent or a child, but that's what it kind of looks like to me, is that there's maybe some sort of relationship situation with somebody. I don't know if this is like you can't trust your own happiness. This definitely is giving off parent vibes. Like maybe you're taking on a lot more responsibility as far as parenting is concerned. You could be a little stressed by that. Okay. Um, but I also feel like if it's not parenting, just in general, it's the creation of something new. Um, some of you could be welcoming like new family members into your family, merging, new relationships where family or other people affect your relationship in some way, outside influences, possibly. I feel like you really want some sort of happiness and cohesive type of energy here, but maybe that's not what you're getting. And it's telling me that you are trying not to let something stop you from having your long-term happiness or financial goals. Um, Straight Up Beat said, this is New Age witchcraft. The devil uses flash idols to trick you against Jesus. Oh my goodness. Kick bricks. Trust in your creator through Christ. Did I get it right? Or am I off a little bit? Maybe I need to go, go work on my church sermon voice. Y'all don't be having nothing to do, huh? People who do that, like, don't have nothing to do. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Hey, Killer Tomato, be more dramatic. Yeah, I gotta bring more drama next time. How does Leo work through this? Be patient. Be patient. Continue to put forth the effort. Continue to work on the things that you want to be stabilized. Don't give up hope that they're going to manifest themselves in a positive way. I think ultimately this turns out really well for you. If I'm being honest, it's telling you to keep going, like keep putting forth the effort, keep working hard towards what you want. I think you're going to get like some type of support. For some of you, the hard work that you're putting in to overcoming these challenges is going to benefit you over a lifetime. It's going to be long term, it's going to bring in long term rewards. But maybe there's some worry or fear that of having some kind of regret that may be holding you back. I do think if you've been dealing with something that makes you feel unappreciated, if you've been dealing with something that makes you feel betrayed in any type of way or makes you feel hurt, I definitely am getting that. I'm definitely getting that you find happiness again, but I am seeing like there's some sort of fear of being betrayed or worry over being betrayed. So I don't know. Straight Up Beat says, I hope you find Christ. I found him. Clearly you haven't. I hope you find a hobby, is what I hope you find. I hope you find a hobby, baby. Other than sitting on the internet trolling because you ain't got nothing else better to do at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. Looking for people to, if that is how you get people to come to your understanding, you have it wrong. You have it wrong. Go create you a TikTok channel or a YouTube channel that talks about Christ and all of those things. Instead of trolling in a tarot page, my name is Luckii Sevns Tarot. So what does that tell you? This is a tarot channel. So instead of trying to beat your ideology into the comment section of a tarot channel, go create your own channel and talk about Christ and let people who need to find you. Instead of coming in here thinking you about to do something, talking about this is witchcraft and this there are witchcraft pages. This ain't one of them though. This ain't that, babe. And I really, it shows me your own level of intelligence and all of that when y'all get in here doing that. When you get in here trolling about that, about religion. It's not a religious channel. There are many of those. I encourage you to go watch them. Find your people. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. This is a spiritual channel, spirituality. There's a difference between organized religion and spirituality. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the biggest challenge for Virgos and how do they work through it? Virgo. Your biggest challenge seems to be that you feel stuck in some way. And it may be difficult for you to, like, you may feel like you're not able to manifest something, like you don't, there may be something you feel like is outside of your power or your control. And maybe you feel like you're trying to do a lot of thinking about the consequences of your actions before you actually take any action moving forward. Enigmatic, you can love God and be spiritual. Yes, you can. Or Allah and be spiritual, whatever you call your God. I definitely feel like you want some sort of new beginning. Some of you, this is like a new relationship that you want to pursue, like that you want to manifest. Some of you, this is um wanting to come into alignment with some sort of brand new beginning for yourself, and it's difficult to make it happen in some way. Some of you, it may be that there's either a legal issue preventing this, or there's something that maybe some sort of truth that or fairness that feels like it's off. Yeah, and I feel like you're trying to work your way around something that doesn't seem like it's like the universe is supporting you in some way. It doesn't seem like or doesn't feel like you are being supported in some kind of way. And so you're trying to like think about how to overcome this, or you're trying to be patient with overcoming these certain challenges. Let's talk about how you work through this. There may be certain things that you have to walk away from, you have to be willing to let go of and sacrifice. I also think that there is a situation in your life that is coming to an end, or you have to accept that it's over and continue to put forth the effort. But I think a lot of you may not recognize that the effort that you have to put forth may not come with a lot of support from outside and outside influence. It may be something that you have to um, do on your own, or you have to go at it alone, or take more power and control in the way that you are putting forth the effort to overcome. I do also feel like some of y'all are hiding your emotions, trying to like, I don't know, trying to hide how emotional the situation makes you feel, or the emotions that you do feel. I think there's a lot of regret and some sort of sadness that you are focused on, and it's telling you to be able to, like, you have to move on from that. Okay. A lot of y'all may not even realize that the effort and hard work that, you feel like you're trying to put forth all this effort and all of that to make something happen, and it feels like you're spinning your wheels in place. And it's not that you're spinning your wheels in place. It's going to work out um in the long term. It's going to work out in the long term. There will be a new beginning. There will be something new that manifests from all the effort and energy. It's not going to be stagnant forever. Okay. It's going to be something that works out in your favor. Just don't give up. And says, spot on. I'm spot on. Thank you. I appreciate the confirmation. Thank you guys so much. All right, Libra. Oh, my shoulder's starting to hurt. Libra, sun, moon, rising, Venus. What are the messages for Libra? Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. Libra, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What can you tell me about Libras, the challenge that they are facing and how they work through it? Enigmatic said Gemini rising, and it was on point. Awesome. Thank you guys. Okay, Libra, you feel stuck. Some of you are dealing with something that's toxic, not coming together. There's maybe even trust issues there. There could be somebody trying to keep you stuck intentionally as well. It's hard. It may be difficult to communicate with somebody, especially if there's someone like you're trying. Some of you are trying to even protect your money or resources, that sort of thing. But I feel like there's somebody toxic in your energy. And you don't have any, I feel like you don't have any fear about this, or you've released your fear about it. I do feel like if this is regarding a person, I feel like there's history there, but maybe this person is toxic in some way, or the situation has become toxic. And I feel like you're making a choice to move on, and it's just not, I don't know, some of you it's just not being made easy for you. And there could be some drama there, like harsh discussions or harsh truths, harsh realities. For some of you, it's about the fact that you have other options coming up, or that this person does. And I feel like you just want to go at things alone. Like, because it feels like that's what you've been doing. Excuse me, been doing. Some of y'all, I feel like this is very relationship related, and it feels like you may have been in a relationship on and off, or with someone that you didn't want to be by yourself, or they didn't want to be by themselves, or whatever. And it feels like you were alone in the relationship. Some of you may have been the breadwinner in the relationship, or more financially responsible as well. Um, and I just feel like you got into a place where, like, if this is romantic wise, it's like you're over being afraid to let this go. You see that it's toxic. Now, this may also be a friendship or a work situation for some of you. Um, what is the best way to work through this for Libra? Protect your energy. Give up on something. Stop giving that person or that situation your time. Some of you need to be silent. Give this person like the silent treatment. Protect yourself and walk away. Take action to walk away. Stop giving to this situation, is what it's telling you. Stop giving to it. Leave it alone. Protect yourself. Because somebody doesn't live up to their potential, or yeah, don't pretend like you're happy with when it comes to the situation. I also feel like it's like, don't show your hand. Okay. A lot of you are, I think this is even something where you thought about this for a while, and um to the point where, like, this is not a knee-jerk reaction. This is something that's well thought out. And it's telling you not to show your hand in this. It's telling you to move on from this. Um, and protect your energy. I definitely feel like someone here, either way, is going to be hurt or has been hurt in this. And it's like, control your emotions. Don't let your emotions control you. Some of y'all are dealing with heavy Leo energy. Doesn't have to be, but I'm really getting that it likely is for some of y'all. And it's telling you to let that go, walk away, because you're going to be happier leaving this behind, focusing on self, going in a new direction. So if that's the word you've been waiting on, there it is. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Thank you guys so much for being here, spending this time with me. The easiest way you can show support for this channel is by liking the video, commenting down below. Let's see what's going on with my Scorpios. What is the biggest issue Scorpio is facing and how do they work through it? Yes, please like the live, y'all. I appreciate it. Enigmatic said, where the likes at? She's sharing her time and gifts. Like the live. Like the live, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. Scorpio, what is the biggest challenge that you're facing? It feels like you feel disappointed. You may feel like, I don't know, you're focused on some sort of loss here. I think there may be something here you're trying to play it cool and you're trying to focus on some sort of new beginning. I think you're really giving your all, and it may be to like overcome some sort of fear, but I think there's some form of loneliness or depression you may be struggling with. Some of you are going through um, having to do some shadow work on yourself. Tell me more about that. I feel like there's something you can't walk away from, or something from the past you tried to walk away from, and it's presenting a problem for you in the present moment, or it will be. And maybe it's a little disappointing. I do think you got a choice to make here. I think you have a choice. And you're trying to make something happen, something new, or trying to move forward. There may also be like a lot of gossip around you or something revealed around you that you gotta like not be afraid of and face it for what it is. I think a lot of you are like, I don't want to say fighting, but it does feel like you're trying to push forward, one foot in front of the other. Hey, kiss the stars. And I feel like you do feel unappreciated, especially when it comes to like relationships, people around you that you may have had like a lot of love for, or you may have a lot of love for in some kind of way. How does a Scorpio work through this for those that are resonating with this? You can't fix you got to come to some sort of realization that you can't fix the past. Or there may be something from the past that shows up and it's not fully healed, or you haven't fully healed from it. Um, some of you, there may be someone from your past that's not fully being honest when it comes to you, and maybe you have to recognize that. Something, I do see you going towards a new beginning, but it comes at some sort of emotional, like you've got to do an internal change within yourself and stop giving to other things that are distracting. Start putting that effort in it and that energy into yourself. Okay. I feel like you're also finding out like who your real friends are, who your real support systems are, that kind of thing. And as you acknowledge these people and these situations, like you find your tribe, I definitely feel like new things come in for you. Some of y'all may not recognize it, but I think there's a new relationship coming in. I don't know if this is like a romantic relationship or a relationship to a new family member, a new friend of some kind, or taking like a romantic relationship to another level. But I'm definitely seeing some big changes happen with your support system. I think you feel you may be going through some kind of depression or sadness, feeling unsupported in some kind of way. But keep putting one foot in front of the other is what it's telling me. Like going through this and facing it has you coming out like the phoenix, a changed individual, renewed energy, that kind of thing. All right. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You're welcome, Carrie. What is the biggest issue Sagittarius is facing and how do they work through it? What's the best way for them to work through this issue that they may be facing? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You're welcome, Kiss the Stars. Hopefully it resonated with you. All right. Sagittarius, your biggest challenge. Some of y'all, it could be a breakup, like finding peace after a breakup or a separation from someone. I feel like you're really unhappy, if I'm being honest. Like you're sad about something or you're unhappy about something here, and you feel like you have to wait. And a lot of you are looking at what you've lost and not what you're gaining from this situation. I think you're also maybe trying to find peace within yourself. Some of you are putting a band-aid on it and, not doing like the big work you should be doing. Maybe you feel stuck in this energy of like trying to change something, wanting something to change. And I think you're doing a lot of thinking about maybe past decisions, past choices, things that have led you up to where you are right now. And I feel like maybe even ignoring some things, you know. Some of you are focusing more on work. Maybe there is a a point where you feel somewhat unappreciated and you've been trying to be patient and you're trying to like it's almost like three of swords, three of swords, four of swords. It's like some of y'all are trying to like not act like you're as hurt as maybe you actually are. Dealing with some sort of unhappiness that you feel. But the truth is that it may be some slow healing, but I think there's healing there. Yeah, look at this. Ten of Swords and the Devil. Bruh. This is, I don't know. I feel like a lot of you are maybe choosing not to deal with the problems in a productive way. Can I say that? Like, I think there's emotional turmoil that a lot of you may be facing because there is somebody, it looks like someone that you care for or love deeply, and it really feels, I don't know, it feels like you feel lost, like you have to release something, you don't want to let it go. I also see where it's telling you though that you need to let it go. Four of Pentacles reversed. You need to be honest with yourself and you need to let this go, even if it's painful. And I think it's something slow you've got to work through to bring balance back into your life. You have to let this cycle end and you got to learn to move on. You got to learn to move on. Moving on leads you to some form of success for yourself in the future. Yeah, and the best way to work through this is let go of anything keeping you stuck or holding you hostage. Let go of bad behaviors, negative thought processes, drugs, anything keeping you from any sort of negative behavior or um, relationships that are not good for you. Anything that feels out of balance, guys. Anything where you can't be honest or there's a lack of honesty, you need to let that go. That's how the universe is telling you that you will get through it. It's not going to be an easy, there's no easy fix for it, but there is like something of benefit that happens as you work through that in that way. All right. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the biggest challenge Capricorn is facing, and how does Capricorn work through it? Thank you guys so much for being here, hitting the like button for me. I appreciate you. What is the biggest challenge Capricorn is facing, and how do they work through it? What's the best way for them to work through it? All right, Capricorn. Two of Wands is your biggest challenge. Some of you feel very undecided. Maybe you feel like you're not yourself. You feel like there's something that doesn't have stability in your life. You got the Death card, so there is something that is ending. And you're trying to maybe protect yourself from an ending, or protect yourself from some kind of change. Some of y'all also have something coming up with like family. Maybe there's an ending or a change within your home and family that has you feeling undecided in some type of way. This may be throwing off your own decisiveness, your ability to trust your own intuition as well. Tell me more about this. I feel like you got some kind of new beginning coming in your life, and it's hard to either choose old ways, the past or past person, past connections, or the past way that you used to do something, or focus on the new. And I feel like you're at an impasse with that. A lot of you, there is an ending in your life, big change that's happening. And I think you have to choose to focus on that. And you got to learn to trust yourself in focusing on that. But some of y'all are trying to like protect yourself from any sort of fallout. I definitely feel like a lot of you have been treated unfairly, or been lied to, or you've done this to someone and it has affected your family life or your ability to achieve support from others. I think you are going through a big ending, the world, a big change in your life right now, over the next like three months, I would say. And I promise you, I think it's hard to deal with because Capricorns like stability. We like things to stay the same. It's hard for us to kind of deal with change. But I think change in this situation is likely the best thing. But it does feel like it's something that hurts. What's the best way for Capricorn to work through this? Allow yourself to be emotional. Allow yourself to feel how you feel, Capricorn. And it's telling you the things that you don't want to let go, the things that you've been holding close to your chest, let them go. Release them. Yeah, look at that. The world. Allow something that you've been trying to like hold it together, keep it together. Let it end. Let it end. Let it come to the ending and the conclusion that it's supposed to be coming to. And don't try to force it. Don't try to control it. Stop giving effort and energy to it or to this person, whoever this is. For some of y'all, it's a person who may be a player. But it is telling you, move on. Move on. Okay? Some of you are this player, and it's like telling you to let go of old behaviors. Page of Swords. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people around you. And I feel like you're going to have success with forward movement. And don't be afraid to do the work either. Don't be afraid to put in the work. I just seen three eights. In the karma cards, eights are protective energy. They can be stuck, they can be stubborn, but eights are protective. So I think you do have some form of spiritual protection, Capricorn, with whatever it is that you may be going through. Okay. Um, all right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Aquarius. What is the biggest challenge that Aquarius is facing, and how do they work through it? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Aquarius. Some of you feel stuck. I think you're trying to achieve either something financially, like trying to achieve financial security, or there may be someone like a masculine energy that could, you feel like, has a lot of potential, but for some reason there's a stuck energy there. I think there's something here that makes you feel unhappy. For some of y'all, this is within your career, your work. Um, I think you guys have also been dealing with some form of betrayal. You feel like it was unfair. Something may have ended in an unfair way with you, or dealt with some kind of betrayal in some kind of way. Definitely. I feel like there's still, if this is a relationship with somebody, I think you still reminisce about them, think about them, or they come up in your energy. And that's difficult because you did have love for this person. And maybe it just didn't live up to the potential. I feel like now this doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic. It could be platonic. Maybe this was like a friend that you loved very deeply and you thought it was like a strong connection and it ended up not working out, or they did something and you felt betrayed by it. But I feel like there is something here where you feel like you got to protect yourself. I feel like you feel there could even be somebody trying to come back into your energy that hurt you before and made you feel a little bitter. Um, and you could be feeling like, there's some regret there. I feel like somebody has some kind of regret, but they've hurt you. Um, and now they want to come back around and communicate or tell you some type of truth. There may also be some kind of truth about somebody being a player, somebody doing underhanded shit. And as much as they may want to try to fix something, interrupt your life, try to fix it. I think you're trying to move on. What is the best way to work through this for Aquarius? Not to be afraid that something isn't going to come together or isn't going to work out. It's telling you not to put effort and energy into anything that's not, that don't emotionally feel has future value, that has solid value and long term, the ability for something long term. It is telling you not to wear your heart on your sleeve and make sure that, because I think there is something coming towards you for all you singles. But it's saying like protect yourself, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. All right. For a lot of you, I think you're gonna get something that you want, like the type of relationship that you want from not settling for less. I also feel like you guys are gonna have a lot of options, or you're going to be dealing with people There may be some people that don't have the, they've got a lot of options. They look like they don't, and they do. For some of you, this is you that has like a lot of opportunities here, and you got to decide what's going to be long term for you. And are you going to waste your time with all, dealing a little bit with all the different options? Or are you going to put yourself in a position to be with one person and committed? I think as you move on, there's still this energy of trying to protect yourself from the past. So I see you looking back a little bit, but as you move on, I think things do, you gain more happiness, more support. Some of you are moving towards healthier family lifestyles. Okay. All right. Pisces, last but not least, my lovely Pisceans. How are y'all? Pisces, sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the biggest challenge Pisces is facing, and how do they work through it? What is the biggest challenge Pisces is facing, and how does Pisces work through it? Thank you guys for being here. Please hit the like button for me. It does help support this channel. You're welcome to join us on Patreon if you are interested in the karma cards and gaining more access to the other videos I do and stuff I do over there. All right, Pisces, your biggest challenge. Ooh, some of y'all are somebody coming towards you that really likes you. You got to decide if you're going to be vulnerable to this person or not. I will also say some of you may have some challenges in regards to either your own mother or motherhood. Obviously, if you're a father, that's has, if you're a man, that's I do also feel like some of you, there's somebody that like it's not coming together. I feel like somebody was not maybe who you thought they were, and you got to make some choices that are not easy to make. And I think you're getting over any sort of fear of walking away or fear of moving on, because a lot of you are in a place where it's like you may be making a tough decision to no longer participate in something. Okay, you may be giving up on a certain type of connection here. Maybe it's like a time where you're being honest with yourself, or you're gaining the truth in some kind of way to be able to move forward. And I think it's one of those things where it's like you're in and out about it. I feel like it's not an easy choice to make, because maybe there's still some sort of attraction to this person, or maybe there's still some hope that you have in some way when it comes to them. I don't think it's going to come together. Maybe that something is ending, like it's at the end of that specific situation. How does Pisces work through this? Be patient. Focus on your healing. For some of y'all, maybe you are dealing with an Aquarius. Be patient. Focus on your healing. Don't make any rash decisions. Some of you this is going to lead you to the relationships that you want, the better relationships, ones that are more fruitful. Because I'm getting like you are trying to avoid some sort of drama here by trying to maintain being cool, calm, and collected, focus on your family, the things that you have power and control over. I think a lot of you may be unhappy and trying to find peace within that. Maybe there's something here you've yet to heal from, but it's telling you give up. Let it go. Okay? Let go of a relationship, let go of something you thought you were committed to, and focus on the new. Yeah, there is definitely something here coming to an end. Okay. And I think the ending comes with some kind of you no longer feeling stuck. Okay. Six of swords in reverse, three of swords in reverse. Like you're going to be healing if you haven't already. This is like a healing type of energy, taking time out to heal and focus on yourself, no longer putting an effort and energy into things that don't serve you, that don't protect you, that don't protect your own energy. Like I think you're in a place of putting yourself first, and that is a beautiful thing. And if you haven't gotten there yet, it's coming. All right. That's what I have for y'all. I hope this was so helpful for you. Thank you all for watching, for spending this time with me. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, share this with your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.